Hey everyone, this is Michael Brook. This video is on the different times in your life when you may experience a relationship crisis. Now, I've worked with lots and lots of people experiencing different relationship crises at different times in their lives. And there tends to be a number of different things that are apparent for different people at different stages of their lives. Often people go through very similar experiences at different times in their lives. They seek out different types of relationships at different times in their lives, and the relationships through someone's lifetime goes through the different challenges of life may create different challenges in the relationship. I've worked with enough clients to be able to see a number of those experiences, a number of those pressure points that can occur in a lifelong relationship that can precipitate a relationship crisis. This video is about those things that will often happen. I'll try and do this in sequence, but the sequence might be a little bit out. The first step is often around the 2 to 3 year mark at the beginning of the relationship. Often people in their 20s around the 2 to 3 year mark will have a do we want the same thing crisis. They spend a couple of years together, things are relatively good, the sex is good, they get along well, and they're asking the big picture question, does what I want align with what my partner wants? And if there's a discrepancy between what somebody wants and what their partner wants, if you want different things, then often relationships for people in their 20s will go in a crisis around the 2 to 3 year mark. Now, assuming they want the same thing, then often babies will show up around the 3 to 4 year mark. And if a baby shows up around the 3 to 4 year mark, the relationship frequently will go in a crisis when a baby shows up. I have another video on what happens to a relationship when a baby shows up. You might want to check that video out. Often a relationship will go in a crisis when a baby shows up because the demands of caring for the baby means all the time and attention effort you're putting into the relationship is now going into the baby, and you're not putting any time, attention or effort into the relationship because you don't have it. This can often precipitate a crisis. Now, normally if baby number 2 shows up, then that can happen. And the more children people have, the more likely the addition of another child will throw the relationship in a crisis. That's additional children. Next thing is that it's very common for couples to have a relationship crisis between the 6 to 10 year mark based on the threshold pattern. I've got another video on the threshold pattern if you want to check that out, or the universal pattern of human relationships. That's very much worthwhile looking at. This is quite common. The next relationship crisis that people experience is frequently when both kids and when all the children are going to school. After that, often when the kids hit teenage years and the teenagers are putting a lot of pressure on mum and dad, there can be some issues around that. Often when around the 20 year mark in the relationship, when the kids are leaving home or they're getting to the point where they're substantially more independent from mum and dad, then relationships can have challenges around the empty nester phase, when all the time and attention and effort they were putting into the kids is now available, and they look at their partner going, who are you? Because I don't know exactly who you are. Relationships can go into crisis between the 20 to 30 year mark with respect to health issues. Menopause can cause significant problems in a relationship. A lot of men can experience issues with erectile dysfunction, and if they have prostate cancer in their 50s and 60s, there can be issues around sex and sexuality in that period of time. Often there can be issues around the meaning of their relationship and that relationship satisfaction around the time of retirement. So as you can see, there's a tremendous number of different things that can cause problems in a long-term relationship, and being able to successfully navigate those changes, the changes in meaning, the changes in desire, the changes in people's lives, negotiating those together well means that by the time you get to the end of your life, you'll have a relationship that's been worth wanting. This enables both of you to grow as individuals throughout your lifetimes together. This has just been a brief video on the different pressure points that occur in people's lives. I hope this has helped. If you have a challenge with your relationship, please give me a call on 0432 681 321. If you would like to book in a session, there's a link in the booking link in the description of this video. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to making more content for you in the future. Bye.